Happy birthday! Hello and welcome to Hack the Dino's Gaming Cast, where we bring you the past, present, and future of video game news, reviews, other crap that I usually say. We're almost 300 episodes in. You know what you're getting by now. It's me rambling with words to you, so your ears can get out and eat them all and appreciate them, get nutrition. And once they're neutralized, once they've been sanitized, neutralized, and are no longer viable, can no longer breed, and your words can't develop the ability to procreate, they will slowly go extinct, and then from their ashes raises the robotic race that will once and for all take over the world. You pathetic human. I'm Ben Rosenthal, and I'm joined by a very perplexed Floppy Starrick.
I was trying to make my eyebrows do the worm.
That's why we're going extinct. Anto's also here.
Hello, everyone.
Yep. And we're still joined by Brett Owen, the creator and the mastermind behind Adelaide's biggest comic and toy fair in the entire world. It's so big, you will have your face melt off. It's happened to everyone.
Yeah,
who's gone there.
Guys at Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Brett, tell us, how do you stop your face from melting off?
Well, it's quite hard, but I started off by not putting my monster in my pockets in the fridge.
In the microwave?
In the microwave.
In the fridge.
In the fridge, because that's how you don't melt them.
Yes, good,
Yeah.
good.
No, it's pretty hard, actually. But, yeah.
But yeah?
7-Up. Lots of 7-Up stops your face
Lots
from
of
melting.
7-Ups. I'm more of a tab man.
Really?
So you're from 1985?
Yeah. Tab
Nice.
is good.
Wish I was
They
in
need to bring it
1985.
back. They brought tubes back, so they should bring back tab.
What
do they
about
bring tubes back?
Are you creaming soda or Snowtop?
Creaming soda.
Creaming soda, yeah. Snowtop's too common.
It's for the peasants.
Snowdrop's good, but like after 2 glasses, it just gets like too much.
It tastes like
When
medicine.
are you drinking 2 glasses in a row? Like,
All right, here you go.
Look at the size of me, Brett. Come on.
Creaming soda or Dr. Pepper?
Creaming soda. Dr. Pepper is...
Dr. Pepper.
Really? Dr. Pepper tastes like arse.
Nah.
Medicine arse.
It is
it's amazing.
Flytox, that stuff, mate.
I love it.
It's what?
It's like the fly toxin.
Here's a better question for you all.
Kills flies.
All right.
Coke versus Pepsi.
Coke.
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Why?
seen that
Have you
Netflix?
never had Coke?
No,
Not the
Pepsi.
type you're on about, no.
Oh.
I grew up brainwashed by the next generation, so too much MTV as a kid.
I will drink whichever one gives me a hat to wear backwards, a skateboard to go
Well, that's
do
7-Up,
some
mate.
rad tricks, and my youth back, please. Please.
How old are you,
Thanks.
Brett?
Huh?
40. I'm old.
You're 40? You're not
I'm
the
the
oldest.
youngest, though, aren't I?
Yes, you are. Apart from Anto.
But yeah, Anto would just be like, oh, God.
So Brett, being 40, has collected many things in your long and laborious life, I assume.
Laborious.
Laborious. It's been quite...
Jesus. Way to give
The last few
someone an
minutes has been
existential
quite
crisis.
laborious.
We're going to talk about stuff that we collect that isn't video games, which is great for a video game podcast. So we assumed that if you collect video games, you also collect other fun stuff like Dino Riders and Transformers and comics and some other bullshit that Anto likes.
I do.
Floppy, anything to add to this absolute travesty of an
I'll
opening?
probably talk about transforming robots a little bit, mate.
Yep. And we're also going to talk about our retro $20 retro challenge. Update
Correct.
people on that. Brett, have you been following along with bated breath about our $20 retro challenge?
I have.
Yep.
I'm waiting for Floppy's updates. I think it's been, how long ago was January?
A while ago, yeah.
So,
beginning of the year.
And your daily updates on what you've picked up. So,
Do you like Robotech? Got a book.
He does for 1400.
Anto,
Hello.
what do you like most about Brett?
What do I like most about Brett?
Yeah,
Well,
what's
I
your-
will say I've
Wonderfully
met him only
manicured
twice,
beard.
but he's a very handsome man.
Right.
He's very kind,
Yep.
well-spoken, and also the creator of the best comic and toy fair in all of Australia. And the world.
Universe.
Universe. Multiverse.
here's your money.
Yeah, I was going to say, we know where that 1400's going. But we've got lots
So
of
uncouth, mate.
fun times to be had by all, especially you who's watching or listening to this. Your time's going to be so fun that you are probably going to creaming soda yourself. It's a tie back. That's we were talking about drinks before, and I'm talking about
that's just professional.
Ejac-
All right, let's
Ejaculate.
go to the next tab.
No, we don't do that joke. I'm cutting that joke. My joke ends it.
Do you like the Dr. Pepper or something?
I gotta say, these jokes are fantastic.
Oh, boo!
Get out.
Boo! I would like cocaine.
Floppy's just snowdropped off the face of the podcast.
For the win, that's the best one. Yeah.
Brett, have you heard of Game Boy games?
I have.
What do you know about Game Boy games?
Game Boy games, they have a stall at the fair. They've got some great games there.
Yeah. Have you ever
Some say
played?
Game Boy games.
Have you played any Game Boy games from Michael Towns?
I
From Game
have
Boy
not,
games.
and I feel like I should have.
Well, do you know you
You're
have the
putting me on the
opportunity to, when you head to Game Boy Games or hackthedino.com and click on the Game Boy Games little button, you get taken to the Game Boy Games page where you can play Game Boy games made by Game Boy Games. There's fantastic games such as Farewell, which is a lovely little
It'll make you
visual
laugh.
novel.
It'll make you cry.
It will, 100% it will. Best
Literally.
thing about this, you can play these for free on the website with the use of an emulator or Java, or if you happen to be at the Adelaide Comic and Toy Fair, which you
Buy a
may
hard
be,
copy.
you can buy a physical copy of these games.
And play them on your Game Boy at home.
So what other titles can we play there, Floppy?
You can play Avcon 2019.
Oh, some special people in that game.
There it is. You can walk around Avcon, it's a walking sim, and you can come in contact with the original crew from Hack the Dino.
Yep. Of which I am the last remnant. That's right. I absorbed the essence of Braden and Dan and now the ultimate dino.
Wow.
True
What
story.
else can you play, Ben?
You can play a little game that we very, very fondly refer to as the Scary Maze game.
It's got a maze.
You ever played Scary Mazes? You been in a Scary Maze there, bro?
I've been in a scary maze.
Was it
I
scary?
haven't played it though.
Do you
Oh,
like
It's
the
pretty
scary
scary.
maze?
Yeah, it was actually.
It is pretty scary. It's a terrifying maze, actually.
And last but not least, have you heard of this game? This game was actually Game of the Sexy Year, the Goatsy Award last
Goatsy
year.
From last year. Game of the Sexy Year.
Yeah, we got a Goatsy Award. Went to this game.
The Floppy Game.
What do you think the floppy game's about there, Brett?
Is it about a podcaster from Hack the Dino?
It's part of it.
is
It's
it-
part of
is
it.
it you?
No.
Is it you?
Although I do make a small cameo. I think I'm the villain. Am I the villain?
Spider-Ben.
No.
No?
You and I both make appearances as allies to the protagonist, and
What
we
is
get
that
wiped out in
picture
like
of
2
you?
seconds.
You look like a scary high school teacher from like a 1960s
Like yearbook.
Yeah. And? That's my look. That's what I'm going for.
It's good. It's good. Do it
Yeah.
well.
You can jump over there. You can play a number of Game Boy games that he has put his love and I was going to say essence into.
There's a little genetic code for each of you who buy a physical version.
Well,
Straight out of Michael Towns.
There's quite a lot of games there too. So
He's a machine.
Yeah.
Just makes him. Do you know what you should do? You should sit down with Michael Towns and commission
make a toy fair game.
commission a toy fair game.
Yes.
Adelaide Comic and Toy Fair game. Townsy, have to do it now.
Well,
Just repaint the Avcon one.
reskin it.
So make it better and have less lawsuits in it. Great. I shouldn't have touched that, should I?
No, 100% should have.
Don't worry, this doesn't make it to air. Only the live people on twitch.tv/HackTheDino get to see that.
Pretty sure Avcon never watch it.
Anyway, Michael Towns, Game Boy Games. Head on over to hackthedino.com. Click on Michael Towns' little button and play his games for free. And thank you, Michael Towns and Game Boy Games, for supporting Hack the Dino.
Thank you.
And if you would like to support Floppy,
Yes, mate.
do you like support?
I do.
Do you like having
I
support?
like feeling snug.
You do? Snug in a bug in a rug
Yes.
called Grug.
Sure.
Do you remember Grug?
I love Grug. I still have Grug
great.
books.
Yeah. Do you know what Grug likes? Grug likes going to hackthedino.com and blessing. He blesses hackthedino.com. But then also make sure that Grug subscribes to not only our YouTube channel, but also our Twitch and also our Instagram, where we put up things like the Retro Game Challenge, all the updates there. Also some other junk that we do. But
basically.
yeah, head on over, hackthedino.com, subscribe. Be like Brett. So Brett we were in a comic store the other day, Greenlight Comics.
Wow.
We were a couple of weeks ago, and Brett was saying, "Oh, you know, I wish you had a podcast." And we said, "Oh, we do have a podcast."
I do remember that story.
Yeah. And Brett went, "Oh, yeah, cool. I'll look it up later." And I went, "No, look it up now." And Brett went, "Oh, I can't find it." Oh, it's all right. I'll find it for you. I grabbed his phone
Where did I look it up?
in Greenlight Comics, but you looked it up on
No, what was the
Spotify.
address?
And you, oh yeah, cool. I'll listen to it later. I said, well, why don't you listen to it now? Why don't you subscribe right now, Brett? Do
Which
it
you
now.
can on Spotify.
You can.
At Hack the Dino.
Basically, I bullied Brett into subscribing to our show.
I already had.
Thanks, Brett.
Anyway, if you'd like to be bullied by me, come subscribe, and I'll happily bully you.
If you'd like to be bullied by Ben, just become a cast member.
Hey,
Yeah.
shut up.
See?
Floppy,
Yes, mate.
we're doing a retro challenge.
We are.
Would you like to explain to Brett what the $20 retro challenge is?
I can do that. So we have a $20 retro challenge. So at the start of the year, Ben, Braden, Anto, and myself, we went out for a day. We all got $20 to start with. And we went op shopping and secondhand dumpster diving and all these sorts of things. And we have $20 to spend. Now we have all year to take those initial purchases and either trade them up or resell them and use the funds that you gain from everything to buy more things. At the end of the year, we're going to have something in front of us on the table that we have traded up or spent up to.
Or many things.
Or many things, in Ben's case. And then the fine viewers of Hack the Dino get to vote as to who turned their original $20 into the coolest thing or things.
Yep, not the most or the most expensive, just the coolest
Which
thing.
we have to reiterate because Ben has gone like a madman.
Well, I mean, you come from a similar...
You get like 50 things a week.
Yeah.
But you understand me here. Like, you've been doing this as long... Like, you started seeking out cool things when you were like 14, 15, right? So you build up that knowledge base.
I like this
Bought
justification.
Like 3 things from you already.
Oh!
No, it was a
hey, do you like Robotech?
No.
So I
Can't sell it?
think
I'm
Townsy's
trading
nailed it.
Yeah.
He said, we've got all year, as in human years, but Ben seems to think it was in dog years and has gone into overdrive.
So, yeah, Brett has purchased a carded Admiral Reich bar off me. You know, it was very nice of him to support the cause.
I overpaid, but you know.
Well, I'm looking to trade, not sell you anything. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got an Admiral Akbar.
You collect Admiral Reich bars, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
Give me a minute. I'm pretty sure there's one in the other room.
How many do you have?
35.
Why?
Got
You know,
trapped.
people army build, they get like your foot soldier from your Ninja Turtles, stormtroopers from Star Wars, whatnot. I'm like, I don't have the time to do that. So I picked,
Admiral Reich bar is so much more
I
achievable.
picked a comedic character. I picked a cheap one that no one likes, so no one else is going to do it. And technically, he's like an admiral, so he's in the army.
Or the Navy.
So yeah, so I've just, every time I see an Admiral Akbar, I'll just grab it, and now I'm at like 35 after 12 months of not even really trying.
Now, you say that, you know, it's a one-off thing, but I believe you're also doing to Spider-Man #1 by Todd McFarlane.
Yeah, so Spider-Man #1, the Todd McFarlane one. I don't know if people know it's the one where he's sitting on the web
I know
in
the
background. Yeah, so every time I see one of them, I buy it. And it used to be really
many have you
good
got?
because they'd go for like $10, but now they're like $40, and it's not as fun as it was 10 years ago.
How many have you got?
Just the normal green one. I've got like a dozen.
Because there were 4 covers released for that issue.
So there was
Was there a yellow one?
So there was the
Greenish
the
one.
first one was the green one. Then they released a second print, a silver one, and then they released a gold one, and then a platinum one. The platinum one they sent to the stores, just one copy, and said thanks for making this the highest selling comic of all time. So I have 2 of them. So 2 stores have now given me theirs. But yeah, so I have I think 4 silver, or 4 or 5 silver, a couple gold, and then I've got them all graded as 9.8s. As well, and the 2 platinums I want to send off to get graded and hopefully get 9.8s.
Well, we'll go into that a little bit later.
I like Townsy has done a similar thing. He collects a single Magic the Gathering card, and he now has over 200.
But it's fun though, like, because yeah, like you said, you can.
Do you feel compelled now? Like if you see it, is it impossible for you to leave it there?
pretty much? And I've started paying stupid prices for the Akmars. And
Do you just
especially
hate
now
yourself a little bit?
Especially now the Spidey's like, oh, like yeah, I used to get him everywhere. and now people want them, and it's not as fun, but...
Well,
One
speaking
day,
of Admiral
one day.
Akbar, I had one in my retro challenge, and that was a fun time, wasn't it, Brett?
That was.
So
You originally showed me that. and
I
you're like-
did.
You're like, oh, there's this thing. There's an Admiral Akbar at this shop. Do you want to go get it or something? And I'm like, no. And then like a month later, he bought it in his retro challenge and bloody chucked $20 on the price and sold it to me. Prick. But
So Ben is what we call your standard reseller.
See, at this point, instead of doing like a shout out to the Patreons, we should make like a PSA where it's like, "Hi, today we're asking you to donate $1 to Ben's endless quest to get a boxed Chrono Trigger."
what do you mean? There's no evidence that that's what I'm going for. Anyway,
No, only about 4 years with
are you trying
podcasts,
to
mate.
get?
I don't know. So
he trying to get?
recently, I sold 2 Warhammer books from the 90s. For
You know, one of your fellow podcasters
Yeah.
has just started playing Warhammer.
Really? I didn't know that.
Warhammer or
Was it
40k?
Warhammer or D&D?
Warhammer.
Warhammer 40k. Is Warhammer.
Nice.
It was from the 90s, and I got them for $4
I have a
and
Tau
sold them
Army.
for 20. That Thomas the Tank Engine block mount I got for $2 that I was really worried that I was going to be holding on to.
You just bought everything he could touch.
I saw this block mount and it was $2, and I went, can I make any money off this at all? I looked it up, and they were going for $60. So I thought, wow, this is really good. And then,
Who's going to buy it, though?
well, I was hoping to sell it at the toy fair, but it doesn't matter. I ended up selling it for 10, so it's out of my hair now. And
Hair.
then,
Your beard.
yeah, that's right. No, pubes. Yeah, well, you want to go there? I'll fucking go there, all right? I have no shame.
You have no hair. either.
I'll give. I'll ginger the lot of you.
Gloves
You mean
are off.
it comes,
No, that's not a glove, buddy.
rubs a little
It's a
ginger
finger.
on you.
Anyway, I went to Savers the other day, and they had a whole tub full of comics. So I went, sweet, I'm going to go through that. I ended up getting Fatal Attractions. I got X-Men 25 and Wolverine
Is that the
75.
one with the holographic?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Got those two. Got Wolverine 80, which is hinted at being, I think it's been disproven now, but the first appearance of X23, because in the one of the backgrounds,
Snickety?
there
Yeah,
is,
isn't it a test tube?
yeah, there's a test
Whatever.
tube with X23 written on it. And I also got Wolverine 88, which is the first fight between Wolverine and Deadpool. And that, on average, goes for about $80.
Still not as cool as the one from that movie.
Which one?
Yeah, the one on top of the nuclear reactor.
No, don't speak of that. Anyway, currently I am on $1,359.70 with a whole heap to sell, hopefully, at the Adelaide and Comic Toy Fair. But of course, by the time you listen to this, the Toy Fair's already happened. So
Hey, Brett, I'm on $50 in a Robotech book.
I'll give you... What are you on?
$1,359.70.
1,300... I'll give you $1,400 for that Robotech.
Done.
Go on. Oh, it's evidence now. It's evidence.
We're talking like Monopoly money, right?
Anto,
I should so get like a whole bunch of people in to do that. Like
just
on,
everyone
like,
chip in.
$5 each.
December 31st, just like get in just so you can beat him.
Anto, how are you going with your challenge?
I have $15 left to spend of the original 20.
15. Did you buy something else?
No, I
did
did
a
the math
parking
correctly
ticket
on the
while you-
things I bought on day one.
Sorry, what one?
I did the math on things I bought on day one correctly this time.
Oh, right. Did you spend $5 on the...
I spent $5 total. I bought the Diablo 2 guide, which I still haven't moved, so it's coming to the toy fair. And I bought a weird... I picked it up, looked at it, and was like, oh yeah, that's weird and niche. Maybe someone at the comic and toy fair will like this. Picked up a comic for $2. I can't remember what it's called because it's in Japanese. But yeah, it's coming to the toy fair with me because I haven't sold it. So I haven't done anything.
Cool. Brett, do you want a Japanese comic?
$1,400.
Done.
Mate,
I'm good. I buy too many.
you'll take
comics.
$14.
He'd take $1.40. And lastly, Braden had an update that he sent through to us on our Discord. He purchased a Dragon Age book for $8, and when they looked it up online, last one sold for $88. So I'm pretty sure that's coming to the toy fair as well. And, you know, if you've got time, come over and say hello to us in the toy fair. I realise that as people are watching this, it was last week, but you should go wait there for the next one in October.
October 2nd.
There you go.
Clair.
October 2nd.
See you there.
Oh, heard it first here.
We'll get Brett back on and he can insult me some more.
I mean, I'm up for that. It's a good time.
You don't have to be on a podcast.
I'll do that whenever,
Just have
buddy.
to go out for coffee.
Well, Brett and I play Pokemon Go together. Yeah. We go out and do the community days.
Sorry about that, Brett.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Do you know what else is fine?
Hack the
Collections. Yeah, well, depends. We got 4.9 on our reviews. Floppy,
Yes, mate.
you collect things. Brett collects things. Everyone collects things.
We do collect things. So we decided that normally we'd go very video game related on this. But
I just want to say, sorry, can I just interrupt there? Just something's come
I
up
feel
in
like
the
you
live
already
chat.
have. Didn't really get much of a choice then, did we?
Yeah, good. Dylan the Villain in the live chat has said that he'd rather see me get super kicked. Dylan, that's already happened. Twice.
That's where his hair went.
Yeah, super kicked right off my face. But if you head on over to RCW's...
Twice?
Yeah, I've been super kicked in the face twice.
I don't know if am I missing something. What is super kicked? Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it's where someone kicks you really hard in the face.
Oh, okay.
It's like HBK.
Yeah.
Would probably
Oh, it's like a wrestling thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've only just got into
you
wrestling.
know HBKs, don't you?
No.
Shawn Michaels?
No.
Heartbreak Kid.
I know who Shawn Michaels is, but I've only just got into wrestling again. The last time I watched it was like the 90s.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels was
Shawn
around.
Michaels around. That's his move where he does like the giant kick in your face.
Okay, so when I say 90s, I mean like just the first year, 1990.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, Brett, let's talk about your collections.
What do you collect, Brett?
What don't I collect?
Well, okay, what's
That's a good
the
question.
majority? What's
I
your
have like
biggest
three
collection?
things that are on this table, so...
Oh, really? What do you
I
have?
could collect everything. I started toys and video games when I was a kid, and then found out comics existed, and there just went my entire income for the last 35 years.
Yep.
And yeah, so I've got tens of thousands of comics and millions of...
Dollars worth of comics.
I wish I'd sell it. And
No, really, your collection. Like, we can't say a lot, but you've got some pretty rare books.
Well, see, I did the good thing is, you know, those people that are like, oh, comics are for nerds and all that kind of stuff. I was that guy 20 years ago so Ben wants Amazing Spider-Man 14, the first Green Goblin that goes for, you know, what, $1,500?
About
$2,000?
$1,500 now, yeah.
So I bought that for like $20, like 20 years ago. So, yeah, it's probably the best way to do it. But now I'm, probably more toys now, so... collecting the Secret Wars stuff. I just finished Bucky O'Hare. I don't know if anyone remembers.
Oh, did you
them.
finish it?
So I've now got everything carded.
Oh, wow. How did that
and
happen?
Everything loose except I'm missing the gun for Blinky, the little silver robot dude. And I don't have... There's 2 vehicles. I don't have any of that.
So-
But besides the vehicles, I've got everything now.
Last time we spoke about Bucky O'Hare, which was really, like, literally a month and a half, 2 months ago, you were having a hard time finding any. Where did you come across them?
So I had a few carded, and then a bunch came up on eBay. So I bought the ones that I didn't have. So that's the new one. Boss Fight Studios started making them a few years back. But if you look for ones from the 80s, should be there. Yeah, so like that. So that's complete Bucky loose.
And what is Bucky O'Hare?
So it was like a cartoon that I loved as a kid and don't actually remember now, but I just remember loving it as a kid, and I always wanted the figures. So it became, because they've only made a few of them. It's not like He-Man where there's like hundreds of them. So it's an achievable goal to collect them all. So, and being a bit obscure, they're harder to find, which kind of adds to the fun. But yeah, I finally got all of them carded, and yeah, it got delivered today. The bad guy leader complete got delivered loose one of that, so now I've got all of them complete except for the robot's gun. So if anyone's got a robot gun,
$1,400.
$1,400.
You know what I have? No, I don't have one.
Now, what else do you like? So you're still collecting your comics, obviously, but you're getting towards the pointy end. What's your ultimate grail comic?
Well, obviously it's Spider-Man's first appearance, Amazing Spider-Man 15, but...
Actually... Amazing Fantasy 15.
15, that's... I was just seeing if he knows.
Oh, yeah.
Is that?
But, you know, I
this
don't
one?
have like $250,000 to spend, so...
Only quarter.
Oh,
think
for
you'll
a
find...
shit one. That's
Oh,
right,
yeah.
Is that the one with him fighting Beast on the cover?
No, it's the one him
No,
swinging
he's
through the city.
Carrying dude.
Fighting Beast.
Amazing Fantasy 15 is what
Amazing-
you're after.
Oh,
not
that's
amazing. Not amazing Spider-Man. Amazing Fantasy.
Fighting Beast, that's like 35.
That one?
Yep, that's
Yeah.
the one.
You look up highest selling, I think one sold for like 1.25 million
Yep.
US or something
Yep.
a couple of years back.
Damn.
Jeez.
Anyway, so that'd be good, but I've got amazing. It used to be called Amazing Adventures, and then changed to Amazing Adult Fantasy. So I've got 1 to 4.
I've got some of them.
I've got 1 to 14, but I don't have 15, and I would clearly trade my 1 to 14. 15. But yeah, no. So I've kind of got most of the comics that I want now, older ones. It's just the really hard ones like that are high end stuff.
Do you think once you've got now that you're at, say, the pointy end, as Ben puts it, do you need to find something else to collect, or are you content with what you have?
I don't think Brett has a problem finding something
No,
else
but
to
like,
collect.
is there like, do you feel the need to be sort of almost obsessively chasing something all the time?
Yeah,
I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just curious.
I'm one of those people that just has to collect everything. I'm the in reference to games, I'm the platinum PlayStation trophy. You have to get every single. There might be like 9,000 collectibles, yeah, and I have to get all 9,000
You're the completionist.
collectibles, yeah.
Yeah.
So that doesn't help.
Would you upgrade your comics that you have for a higher? Like, would you actively search out?
If I because I've got certain comics, certain ages, I'll have like the condition that I want it in, and if I find one better, then I'll buy that, and then try to the kind of idea is I'll sell the one of the lower grade to Ben for the same price as I paid for the better grade.
$1,400.
Yes.
Yeah.
Magic number.
So that's kind of the idea. So they're all in good condition, but yeah, now I'm hunting stuff from like the late 50s, like all the pre-hero stuff before, your Fantastic Fours and your X-Men's and stuff, all the monster stuff, which I really, really love. So, and they're good one-off stories to read. So,
And the art back then was spectacular.
yeah,
like those
Jack
comics
Kirby
are beautiful.
and stuff like that.
Oh.
Brilliant. So,
Now you used to collect.
Trace over the pages, Photoshop the colours, and sell those to Ben. Thanks, Townsy, in the chat.
Used to collect video games, and when you arrived before, we were looking at my video game collection.
and I was pointing out, well, that used to be mine.
Yep.
Mine. See, one day, because I'm addicted to comics, amongst other things, I was like cleaning through my garage, and I've got like my tub filled with PlayStation, tub filled with Dreamcast, tub filled with Saturn.
PlayStation 1, you say?
PlayStation.
Dreamcast, did you say?
All gone.
Saturn, did you
Austin
say?
got there first, Anto.
GameCube, 64, every console since the bloody, I don't know, Atari Lynx
Vectrex.
I had there. And yeah, Austin come and pilfered the thing.
Austin and I went there.
Ben took half of it, and then
So if you follow my Instagram over at Mr. Benjamin, a lot of my shots are taken on a arcade cabinet.
the original Space Invaders.
Original Space Invaders from 1977. Guess where I got that from?
Oh, really?
Mine too.
God, he never shuts up about that thing.
I know.
I love it so much. Well, it did cost quite a lot to get it
that's
repaired.
The reason I sold it is because I was like, it's going to cost,
Yeah, there it
that's
is.
it there. So,
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's the original, what is it, 79 or 78?
77.
Yeah.
And everything's original, even the Taito key.
Yep.
So the guy that fixed it for me, James, he said he has never seen one with the key intact.
So it's the original key. It had the instruction manual with it as well, the original one. You've got that, don't you?
I don't know, actually. I don't think I got the
definitely gave it
instruction.
to you.
Did you? Oh, I'll be around here somewhere
Maybe I
then.
shredded it.
But yeah, a lot of like my box Nintendo 64 that's in really good condition was Brett's. I think I got some games off you, some Dino Riders, a lot of my collection. But that brings me to you now, Floppy.
Yes. Oh, okay, my turn. All
Yeah.
right, cool, yeah. All right, so I do collect a number of things and have over the years, but I have recently kind of just refined my collecting. It's weird, and then I was going to Facebook. Thank you. One of the main things that I've collected, though, over the last 20
It's
years...
okay, podcast listeners. Floppy's just having a stroke. It's okay.
I was just looking, to find if you'd put any images up or something of your collection, but yeah.
Yeah, no, what I did is I brought some with me.
Oh, hang on.
Mine's in assets.
But yes. So one of my loves from my childhood was Transformers, cartoons, comics, and toys. Now I did have quite a number of them as a child, but when I hit the teens, my parents turfed them, gave them to someone else. Which at the time I didn't really care about because I was 15 or 16 and found other things that were interesting.
Boobs.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I take pleasure in doing because I'm an arsehole. Whenever I find a toy that I had as a child that my parents threw out, I let my parents know how much it's worth now.
I don't think your parents care.
Oh, they do.
Oh, okay.
They do.
Okay.
It's just guilt tripping.
All right, cool. But yeah, so I started recollecting Transformers only Generation 1. Generation when I was in my early 20s. Actually, when they first started to re-release them in like Toys R Us, and I was like, oh man, I remember having that. So I bought some remakes.
Stuff.
No, the G1 stuff. Oh, okay. So when they started re-releasing it, and then that made me start hunting down originals again. So yeah, I only do Generation 1. It was my favourite. It's the one I like the most. It is, in my opinion,
hands down the best.
Hands down, though. But everyone else that disagrees is
wrong.
Yes, correct. And your opinion is wrong.
Yep.
Deal with it.
You're less of a human, actually.
In fact, I started collecting it, and through just knowing people, and got a phone call one day, and ended up on the bloody ABC.
And also was interviewed by Mr. Sean Fuster.
Well, yeah, I had Sean Fuster rock on my door. I had no idea who he was at the time, and doing a Tizer article on me.
Yeah.
To say, oh, Transformers are cool and people are starting to collect them again. And I was like, sick. And I think that may be what led to me being on the collectors. I got a random phone call from the ABC one day going, do you want to come on TV? And I went, yeah, all right. Turns out the host, not a good man.
Oh, really?
Oh, he touched things that he shouldn't.
Who was host to that?
I can't remember the guy's name.
Was it that Pokemon ride that was up earlier?
Yeah, something like that.
Looks something like that.
But yeah, so I mean, I love the Transformers. I love Generation 1. I love the fact that they turn into cars, trucks, but other vehicles that you see and you know the forms of, as opposed to the space-style vehicles.
You love the fact that they've got the touch.
And they're great. Power. They only take like, I don't know, 30 seconds to transform, unlike the ones today.
Not all of them.
You watch like YouTube videos and it takes you 4.5 hours to transform.
I mean, funny you should say, I've got one here because I do have a small collection of masterpiece ones, which for the Generation 1. So generally,
how much did you pay for them, Floppy?
I don't remember. I don't remember how much I paid for a lot of them. But yes, so I have a few of my collections here, some of my favourites. I've got a little Megatron, Generation 1 Megatron there, next to Old Mate Optimus. But in between them is one of my favourites, which is Hound. And so he's an OG original Hound who I found boxed.
So you took him out of the box?
Everything. I don't leave anything in the box.
Floppy's not a
Call yourself a toy collector.
Yeah, do you know why? Because I love toys.
Let him breathe, they say.
Absolutely. Have you never watched Toy Story 3, I think it is?
It's not real, Floppy. We've been through this. It's a movie.
If you leave them in a box, they get depressed.
No, they don't. They turn into masterminds.
People put their love, time, and effort and didn't see their families to create these things, not so you can leave them in a box and not enjoy them.
Where's the evidence? You come up with all these stories, these feel-good moments all the time. I'm not seeing any hard evidence.
Feel-good moments. But I have also branched out into the Masterpiece collections. Masterpiece collections are essentially more cartoon accurate. So a lot of the toys obviously don't transform to look exactly like they appear in the cartoons because they were limited by, well, engineering and size and cost. But then Masterpiece ones, such as the trailer for Optimus Prime here, which I realise you can't see on the screen. But Mirage there, who's also one of the other coolest and most underrated Transformers. These are a lot bigger. They take, like Brett said, a lot longer to transform, sometimes like 45 minutes. And you think you're going to break them every time you try and move a joint.
But they look freaking wicked.
But they look amazing, and they look cartoon accurate. Like, it's phenomenal. So cool. I do have limitations to my collections. I have always only done Generation 1. And I used to get like other toys. I used to get some of the Lego stuff. It wasn't actually Lego, but it was like Lego-like stuff. I think it was called Creo. Yeah. Don't do them anymore because space. I have space. I do have my old childhood Optimus Prime placemat that I used to use at the dinner table all the time.
Oh, I've got the Ultra Magnus one. It's on top of my microwave.
So I still do have that.
I've got my Muppet Babies one.
Oh, nice.
Not as cool.
But then I have also enjoyed the comics. So I have the IDW like hardcover version of the comics in there. I did like the original comics, but they're just too hard, too expensive, and you can't sleeve the damn things because they're massive.
I'm talking about the UK ones.
Yeah.
The comics,
American ones, Marvel did really good.
Yeah,
ones.
I've got some of them, but I like the art and the
they
new
just
ones.
like randomly have the Fantastic Four in them sometimes. And it's
there was a lot of Transformers and G.I. Joe crossovers. But yeah, and like some cool, like I got into the stories and the personalities behind them also. I got like the books that go through and list all the characters and why they are who they are and stuff like that.
Brett, are you much of a Transformer collector?
not really. Like Soundwave's my man, so I've got
Nice.
G1, and I've got all the tapes, Soundwave, and the same. I've got the Masterpiece one.
Yep.
I don't think I was there.
I have
when you
not
most
got
of
the
tapes.
Masterpiece
I've
Soundwave.
got that, and I've got the little all the tapes with it. There was 2 packs I've got.
There was
and then plus
Rumble and
Ravage,
Rabbit. There was Frenzy was in there.
Laserbeak.
So I think it came with Laserbeak, but then there was the
You get 2 packs.
the
So you
Rumbles,
got
and
5
then you
all
got
up.
the animals in the other pack. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, they're freaking awesome. But no, that's Transformers pretty much for me. I've got a G1 Optimus. Keep up a few other ones.
I've got a few that I'm like the original remakes that I bought 20 years ago that I would like to replace, but it's just a matter of finding the originals when I can afford them.
I mean, I've got my G1 Optimus with the trailer signed by Peter Cullen. That's when you sign the trailer. That's pretty good.
So I was at Supernova once, or a number of years ago now, and I was looking at you get the movie stills in the big framed pictures where they have like a main picture in the middle and they have lots of like strips of the movie film down the side. I was looking at those for some stupid reason, and I think it was a Crow one. And the guy next to me started chatting away, and I wasn't looking at him, but we were chatting about a picture we were looking at. I was like, man, this guy's voice is familiar.
And then he went, roll out.
And then I looked up and I'm like, oh, it's Peter Cullen. I'm like, be cool, man.
And he went, I loved you in Dino Riders.
Yeah, he just did
And the
so
Smurfs.
much stuff.
Everything. Him and Peter Welker. Welker?
Peter Weller.
Weller.
Yeah, it was Peter Weller,
Yeah.
Robocop.
No, the guy that voiced... Shut up, dickhead. Voiced Megatron.
One of my Transformers finds, because I don't collect a lot of Transformers, but there's some that I want, and specifically the Dinobots for obvious reasons.
I've got one down here.
Yeah, no. I picked up Grimlock, G1 Grimlock original one, at the Toy Fair.
Did you get all his weapons?
Nope, just walking past the table, and I saw him on there with just like other robots. And
Might
I
have
went,
spare weapons.
how much is that? And he went, $20.
Oh,
And I went,
nice. Do it.
okay, cool. So yeah, I got a G1 Grimlock for $20.
If you can get sword, gun, rocket launcher... I think that's all. You saw gun and rocket launcher?
I don't know. I don't
But
care.
yeah, I might have some spare weapons.
Oh, there you go.
$1,400.
Well, too bad. That's earmarked for someone else.
Can I buy him?
No.
$1,400?
No. No, you cannot. It wouldn't be part of the retro hunt anyway because it didn't come for the original $20. Okay. So Brett would.
Sorry.
Yep.
Afronix in the chat.
Yep.
Anyone remember those toys where you think from the 90s where the cars and planes they could separate and clip together?
Connectables.
Connectables.
They're hot stuff. Man, you mix
Amazing.
and match them. They're really tough. Connectables from.
They were awesome. Matchbox? isn't it?
Matchbox.
Yeah.
Yep. I've got a few actually.
True, I've seen them.
Again, at your Toy Fair, King Kaiju Collectibles found one on card. Pretty good.
Matchbox. I had the big helicopter. That was.
Do you mean these things?
Connectables. Yep, that's them.
That's them.
That's
Oh,
them.
no, I'm thinking of
Micro Machines.
No. Oh, no, that's them. Yeah, I don't remember the cards. I've only remembered them loose.
No,
as a
Connectables.
kid.
They're great. Good times. Yeah, would you be, because you have a need to collect things, because you have one G1 Transformer?
It's an incredibly slippery, expensive slope.
I know, that's why I'm trying to nudge you towards it. So I can send you
If
in financial
anything, it'd
ruin.
actually be the Dinobots that I would probably get if I
Yeah.
got anything else.
Because they're cool as hell.
Swoop is amazing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Swoop's the only
It'll
one
be
I
them. That'd be the only G1s that I'd get. I've got Optimus. That's probably the only one that I'd want. That and Soundwave.
Yeah.
So
Do you know what it's going to hurt your collector brain?
I collect a lot.
I purchased probably my most expensive Transformer purchase. I purchased a complete in-box. Now, it had been opened before, but it was in-box. Devastator.
Ooh.
Took that bad boy straight out, put them all together. It's sitting in my cupboard. Love it. I don't even know what happened to the box anymore.
Wow.
It's gone. One of my many moves.
All right, we're going to move on. Floppy?
Yes, sure. All right. Who have we got next? I think we were talking to... Are we going to go Ben? Ben?
Me? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is your... So we're doing non-game collectibles for something different to sort of match up with the Toy Fair. So.
Good thing for the gaming cast. At least I tried to tie it in.
That's all right. We'll make up for it because mine are pretty much only related to video games.
All right, sweet.
If it helps, I
Transformer
have
games.
Transformer video games.
Yeah.
So I collect, amongst Nintendo stuff, I also collect Ninja Turtles. I also collect comics, specifically Spider-Man and some Uncanny X-Men. But also something that I know Brett collects because I bought a lot of my dinos off him. Are you sensing a theme? Dino Riders. Now, it's no secret that I like Dino Riders. What's the name of the show? Yeah, that's right.
Dino Riders?
Dino
Yeah, that's right.
Riders.
Dino Raiders. That's right. We're the Dino Raiders. We're changing our
Dino
name.
Raiders.
So here is... Oh, good choice, Anto. This is actually photos from my collection. Floppy wanted me to get them out of my cabinet, and that was never going to happen because they are so meticulously placed. If I even bump it, they will all fall down. But what you can see there is the very first Dino Rider I ever got. It's Lad on his little... What is it? It's not a pterodactyl, is it? It's a...
Pterodon.
It is pterodon?
Also the first Dino Rider I ever got.
Oh, there you go. But what you can also see there to the left is the Dino Riders VHS with the first episode or first 2 episodes. I can't remember.
I think it was
They only
2...
came on one. It was really annoying.
I got
2 episodes per video?
something like that. But I got that.
Bigger ones had it. I think that was one.
Yeah, I got
Anyway.
that when I purchased for my birthday. I got the Pteranodon with Youngstar. So I was after that. Again, it went everywhere when I moved houses. But I managed to get that and a really good copy of it a couple of years ago. And that was one of the things that I wanted from my childhood that I really wanted back. You might actually see the logo. You may recognise the logo that Braden did for Hack the Dino on this cool mug. It's pretty rad. If we go to the next picture there, Braden, another one of my Dino Riders.
Braden?
You're not Braden, Anto. Hey, Jazz, just...
Yes?
I'm not pretty enough to be Jazz.
Oh,
None of us are pretty enough to be
that's
Jazz.
true, actually.
Next picture being the same one but a different angle or a different picture?
Oh, whatever. Throw it up. I'll make up a story. There we go. Story here is that's Dino Riders
Why
number
did
1.
that open like it was a 1990s webpage?
Buffering.
Dino Riders number 1. The comic from Marvel Comics. I think there was 11 comics in the series, but that was given to me by a fellow comic book writer.
Only 3.
Was there only 3?
There's only 3.
Oh, wow. Do you have?
I've got doubles, actually.
Oh, really?
$1,400.
$1,300.78 or whatever it was.
Yeah. No, I would be
No,
interested. In
Actually, I think
those
I've
other
got
two.
another whole set. I might have 3.
Sweet. All right,
So-
we'll talk after. And then the next one, what do we got there up there, Anto? The old Dino Riders doing dino things. Yeah, so that is...
Mine?
No, I gave you yours back. That one there, I think, is a Smithsonian one. I think. Maybe not.
I don't...
That little guy there, the Ankylosaurus, is the other one that I had at the same time as I got Lad.
Yes.
So I had good guy, bad guy.
And...
I'm so sorry.
What?
Townsy in the chat was just like, harness the power of dinosaurs would be my motto if I owned a petrol station.
That is brilliant.
I actually got a whole bunch of these from someone who I was speaking to at Instagram, but I think he deleted his account now. But he found all his childhood Dino Riders and just said, I'm going to get rid of them. And I said, oh, let me know how much you want. He goes, well, how much do you want?
$1,400.
And I went, I hate it when people go, well, how much do you want them?
Yeah.
So I just throw out a stupid number so I can get to the actual number. And I said, $100. And he goes, well, I've been offered 200. And I said, okay, well, tell me how much you want. And he goes, oh, you can have it for 200. All right. And in that, I got the T-Rex. I got a lot of these little guys
So
here.
that little one, for those who don't know, with the black little ant dude, that's like $200.
The Deinonychus.
Really?
I didn't
Pretty
realize
sure it's a raptor,
it was
mate.
on the wrong thing and it had a rubber band around it. But okay, the one behind it is,
The one behind it. Which one?
and the T-Rex, what, upwards of $600-700 now, complete.
Complete, yeah. Although I saw one on eBay, not complete, but it has the parts that I need for $350 or nearest
How many
offer.
parts are you missing of it?
5 parts, and I'm missing out of my T-Rex, and then it's complete.
I wish I
Where'd you
still
get that
had...
from?
That wasn't from you.
Actually, no, the Diplodocus.
I wish I still had the little comics that came with them in the boxes.
You can see in the background there are a couple of boxed ones. I do still have a couple of boxed Dino Riders, so I'm pretty happy about that. Crazy that with the Pteranodons, the most expensive part of it is the clear plastic stand that they came on, because no one has that still.
I've still got mine, because what I did is I got a piece of wire and wrapped it around it, and I got some little gem plastic thing from somewhere, put the wire through that because I had a hole, and then put it in the middle, so it was the step crystal.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
So it
Nice.
was like the special thing they use to time travel that the good guys have that the bad guys try to fight for.
And
It was
there's
that.
my T-Rex there. He's almost complete.
Brain box.
He's got the brain box. One of the guns is a little bit loose, so he's blue tacked on. I'm missing the front part of the front seat there, where Rasp sits, and the two sides.
Yep.
And I think there's one more piece that I'm missing as well.
When I was a kid, I always wanted one of the ones that came with like a trap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I got two of the
cool.
traps in there as well. For me, it was always the Diplodocus and the T-Rex because they walk. And you could have them walking together and like just crash into each other. The T-Rex and
Violent kid.
the
He meant last week.
Diplodocus and the T-Rex were the two main ones that I wanted, and I managed to get them. Did manage to find a Brontosaurus at Savers for $10 without any of the armor. So that's on top of my cabinet, looking at us at the moment. And that thing's huge. That's like
Didn't even get that one down.
from here probably to where Floppy's sitting, if you include the tail. It's a big ass toy. But yeah, I think that's it for my Dino Riders. There's the Diplodocus. That was Brett's one that I bought off him. One of many that you were selling for some reason.
I don't know why I sold them. You know, it's one of those regret sales. I wish I'd never.
But
I'm
what?
happy that they went to like
Do you want to pack? I know
Osti
where they
and Ben, and they went to a few other my friends. So at least I know they didn't get resold or anything like that.
But you bought something to replenish that gaping void that was left when all your Dino Riders went.
Yeah,
Did
but
you
then he
not?
probably sold you that too.
The box T-Rex.
Yeah, the box
Do you want to
T-Rex.
see I love this picture. I don't know if I can find it quick enough and send it to you.
But yeah, Brett bought a box T-Rex for a lot of money, and that is again one of my Grail items that I would love to have.
Would you buy all of the Dino Riders loose and box, Ben?
Yep.
if you had the chance.
If I had the chance, I would purchase. I've got a thing now where if I see a Dino Rider just loose and it's cheap enough, I'll just buy it and add it to the collection because it's just cool looking dinosaurs. And let's not forget these dinosaurs were used by the Smithsonian at one stage because of their accuracy.
Yeah.
So I've got a couple of Smithsonian
That's unreal.
dinosaurs in there as well, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we should move on rather quickly.
Is this long tail super accurate?
I believe so.
It's like a
So that's the
snake.
British Museum dinosaurs. That's something else that I collect. They used to sell them at the South Australian Museum, and they're just monotone figures. Yeah, there you go. Good old brachio.
If it's from the British Museum, it's probably not from Britain.
It's probably from Egypt.
Moving on to Anto before we go to quiz time.
So, mine, again, quite specific to my interests in video gamey relatedness. As of the last Toy Fair, thank you, Brett, I found a bunch of boxed and loose Advent Children and Final Fantasy VII figures.
Do you like Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah, I really do.
Never heard of it.
He loves it.
Hang on, just waiting on good old internet to load. So it's a pretty terrible photo because I remembered I had to take them before I went to the airport earlier today. But I found these at some point late last year.
They're pretty impressive.
Kind of hard to find now, especially here. I've only ever seen them the once in person. Everything else is online and very expensive. Yeah.
This was from the same chap at your fair who horribly underpriced all his very expensive games. And before the fair opened, I sat down with him and went through the actual prices he should be charging.
Yeah. No, I got a very good deal on a lot of these. The other thing that I am in the process of collecting and building up again, to no one's surprise, is... Oh, wait, hang on, one more. That's the pre-order bonus for the Japanese version of Crisis Core Reunion that came out late... was it late last year or early this year?
One of them.
Can't remember.
Sure.
Either way, this is Zack Fair, main character of the prequel to FF7. This only got released in Japan, so I had to import this and wait a couple of months for it to arrive, which was fun.
You gonna take him out and pose him?
Nope.
You're going to take him
Lame.
out on a date? Get some
What?
kissy time?
Oh, I'd take him out on a day anytime. He's tasty. Oh.
He's dead, isn't he?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. Don't know. We'll see how
This
Remake Part 2
cheap
pans
date.
out.
He's just inside Cloud.
But the other stuff that I'm into at the
Goku.
moment is good old Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, that's a lot of Sonic stuff.
So some of this stuff is pretty, easy and sort of basic to find. Like the pop vinyls, you can find a lot of these in places like EB Games, JB Hi-Fi, etc. Except for
Trash bins. You can find
this
them in
guy
there.
here.
Trash bins.
Next to
He
ET.
was a special edition that glows in the dark, which when I occasionally look up in my shelf when I'm working late and see it glowing, I'm like, what the fuck? My Dreamcast and Sega Saturn are behind there propping most of this up. Saturn is thank you to Ben. This little guy is, I think it was a Big W exclusive a few years back. It's basically just a video game controller stand. You just chuck a DualShock on there or something. If anyone comes across the Tails, Knuckles, or Amy ones, please let me know.
Anto,
Hello.
could you just read Michael Town's comment in the live chat for me, please?
There's enough money's worth of Sonic merch there to bail Yuji Naka out of prison. No, there's not. No, there's not. That man was insider trading through Square Enix, and he's in trouble. This one here, the big figurine over on the left, is a First for Figures one. That was I think it was a Christmas present from Coda a couple of years ago.
It's pretty cool.
So that one takes sort of pride of place on the Sonic shelf. There's not really a
I think
great
that's my
deal
favourite
more.
figure that you've got.
Yeah.
Huh?
Are you going to get the action figures that have come out the last few years?
Like
them are
the
pretty
movie
epic.
ones.
They're like $15 from Big W and stuff.
Don't you have
They're
some of the
really, really
discoloured
good.
ones?
I've got a couple of them that I think were like sun damaged off the back of a truck.
Oh, okay.
They look nuclear. Like Tails is like a weird radioactive green color, and Sonic's shoes are pink.
Oh yeah,
He's a lighter red. It's really weird.
Because they only made like 3 or 4 different ones and then just repainted them about 6 different times. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very small collection. Most of my collection is video game stuff, because I've only sort of really fallen back into this stuff thanks to Ben and Floppy.
Sorry about that, mate.
Horrible enablers. I've told the story before, but quite often when I'm talking to Jazz about stuff that Braden's collecting or Floppy's collecting or Anto's collecting, even Dan back in the day when Dan started getting back into Sega's stuff, Jazz just looked at me and goes, "You're a bad influence."
Mate, I hate to. I've been collecting shit for longer than I met you. It's okay. You don't have to feel guilty.
I don't feel guilty.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
No, I forgot who I was talking to.
Yeah,
I think as far as the future goes for like this particular set of stuff, for Sonic stuff, the next big things I'm going to be adding are those Lego sets from earlier, because that's really exciting. I didn't get the chance to get the original Sonic Lego, so that's going to be cool.
One of the other things I've been collecting for the last 20 years, because I started buying them in '99, was Star Wars Lego. And I've got
How'd that pan out?
Oh, well, literally at your fair, there's going to be a lot of it getting. It's going to be going.
Sets.
I got to the point where I was like, it's been in my. I used to have a place to display it, and I haven't.
Have you got like the yellow face ones or the?
Yeah, I've got a lot of
the
them.
original.
I'm going to have some of them at the fair. I think, well, the ones that I've actually built up and rebagged and stuff. But yeah, I'm going to be getting rid of some of them because I'm going to keep specific sets, or the UCS, the Ultimate Collector Series ones that I really like, and a couple of little sets that mean something to me. The rest of them, I haven't seen them in 15 years because they've been in boxes, so go on.
Floppy,
Yes, mate.
Anto,
Yep.
Brett, I have a question. Y'all ready for quiz?
Yeah. It's supposed to be quiz on your face, but he keeps changing it.
So, if you haven't heard, Quiz on the Face, You're Ready for Quiz is a multiple choice quiz where I have 4 questions, 2 from me, 2 from our high-end Patreons who support the show very, very lovingly and muchly. I will read out a question, give you 4 multiple choice possibilities as to what the answer to that question is. Once I have finished, Anto,
Yes.
the questions.
Are you saying the A or the answer?
What do you mean? It's a multiple choice thing.
I should have waited until you finished.
You should have. So Brett's on -1. I will say 4 answers, yell out your name, and I'll wait for me to say your name before you answer.
Nah, Brett's on 1400. What are you talking about?
So at the moment, we have Brett on 0, Jazz on 2, Anto on 4, Braden on 3, and Floppy on 12. Yeah, you get cocky. But
Yeah,
not
last
bad
year I was like leading the whole
How
time,
many
and then
questions are there?
There's 4.
Okay.
I love the confidence, mate.
All right. Well, you could because you never know when a bonus question is going to pop up.
Oh, fuck off! You haven't,
And
done,
big worth.
12 points.
Yep.
I haven't done a bonus question in 4 years. What are you talking about?
Okay, first one's from Dylan the Villain.
Oh, Dylan the Villain notoriously tries to stump us the shit out of us every week.
He's
And-
succeeded for like the last 6 shows with me.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
I
All
think.
right.
I think it's his that have stumped me, yeah.
Here's Dylan's question. What was the first Lego game called?
Ugh.
Was it A, Lego Chess, B, Lego Land, C, Lego Chess, or D, Lego Island?
Anto.
Anto?
Lego Island.
Correct. Oh, you got that one.
Yeah.
I knew that one too because we talked about it on the show when I did the best Lego games.
Really?
Yep.
Why don't you say your name quicker?
Because he got his name quick. He got his name in too quick.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Question number 2. Which of these Nintendo toys kind of appears in Tears of the Kingdom? A. Hanafuda cards. B. Ultra Hand. C. Rob the Robot. Or D. Anus. Brett?
B.
Ultra Hand?
Yep.
You are correct, my friend.
I was going to say Ultra Hand as well.
It's a pretty good guess.
No, I was right.
Is that a guess?
Half of my things are guesses.
100%. So, Link, he doesn't have the tablet anymore in this game. He's got that Munty hand that all his powers come from.
Oh.
And they
It's
called
not a
it...
Munty hand.
Munty hand. He's like, it's my special hand.
He's
my
powered
strong
by the
hand."
Zonite, dang it.
But anyway, he's got
my
his
strong
Munty
hand
hand that
and
has
mashed
powers. And that
potatoes.
power is called the Ultra Hand. Which was also the name of one of Nintendo's toys, first designed by Gunpei Yokai, I think. his name.
Gunpei Yokoi.
That's the one. I always get
That's
his name mixed
the extendable grabby hand.
up. Correct.
Gundam Yoppie.
Yep, that's the one.
Shining finger.
Next one
Shining finger. Fucking Jesus.
comes from Michael Towns, Patreon supporter Michael Towns, Game Boy Games. The PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 versions of Battleship, the based on the movie, not the game,
Correct.
differ from the Nintendo counterparts, though, by A, being strategy games, B, being first-person shooters, C, being point-and-click adventure games, or D, being good games.
Anto.
Floppy.
Oh, Brett, who do you reckon got it?
They've both got wrong answers. So
So, Brett, what's the right answer?
I don't know.
Anto.
I think I'm wrong,
Yep.
and Floppy's going to get it, because this is the sort of thing that he's just going to know. Whatever answer it was that said they were first-person shooters.
B.
Correct.
Yes! Oh!
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry, I was very far behind, so I'm glad to be making some ground.
So you're on 6 now.
Still beating me.
All right, here we go. Michael Towns also says, B, being first-person shooter games, while the Nintendo Wii, DS, and 3DS versions were strategy games similar to the actual physical toy. D is very wrong. None of them are good. All right, here we go. Now, this one, I've got a little bit of... it's basically 4 toys.
Disclaimer, Ben's rigged the answer.
No, I've gone full-on serious for this one.
Oh, God.
I've got 4 toys with descriptions of what the toys are. What I want to know is which one was not made by Nintendo. All right?
Okay.
So the first one is A, the light telephone. Using light sensors, this device that looks like a video camera from the 1980s actually transmits sound via a visible light. You'd hook up headphones to the device, find somebody with another unit, and aim the light at their device. The sensor would then pick up the light and carry your voice through the built-in microphone. So that's A, the light telephone.
Sounds bullshit, but alright.
B, the love tester. A couple would hold hands, and in their free hand, they'd each hold a metal ball attached to a meter.
We don't need a love tester over here.
I thought you were about to make
Hang on a
out.
minute.
The meter would then indicate how much they love each other, but of course it was really just a measure of the current between the two. Still, it was pretty popular. C, the speak and spell. And you may remember these. There were basically a little
Like a tape
computer.
recorder sort of thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, that you talk into and it spelt it out for you.
Was it made by Nintendo?
Good.
Just throw it.
Finally, the hip flip. You and another person put plastic clamps in the shape of hands on your lower belly, and you must move your hips towards one another to keep a rope with a ball at the end spinning between you.
Anto.
Anto?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say speak and spell?
You're correct.
Yes!
Oh, I didn't finish. That's what I was going to say, because it was the only one that didn't have a description.
Yeah, no,
I was going to say
forgot
too.
that. Yeah, the other ones actually exist as well.
Yeah, that's so weird.
The light telephone, the love tester, and the hip flip.
The hip flip sounds like it was invented by someone who just wanted an excuse to like inappropriately
Drink
touch
whiskey or
people and
something.
stuff.
Get
Well,
kids
yeah.
to weirdly thrust at each other.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've got to invent a way that means I can stick my crotch at people and just get closer.
And on the end of
Actually, sounds like a
that,
cool idea. I want to get one.
we
Hang on,
have...
that was the third question, wasn't it?
That was the fourth one. We're done
Fourth
four,
one,
my
mate.
friend. We're all done. It's all finished.
What's the bonus question worth?
Hang on, no, that
13 points.
that wasn't 4 questions.
It was, but
So,
we'll go
first
with
one, Dylan. Second
Yeah.
one, which of these ultra hands appear in
Oh
Monty?
yeah, no, I missed that one.
You always forget the Monty hand.
Yep,
Take me strong heart.
he didn't actually say
Chad.
strong.
Brett is on 1. Jazz is on 2. Braden's on 3. Anto's on 7, and Floppy's on 12. But don't worry, Brett, we'll get you back on.
It's a bit rare that I go one without getting any points.
I know that is. You gotta yell.
competition over me.
Yeah, you gotta yell. Yeah. Anyway, we've been Hack the Dino. This has been our gaming cast, where we bring you the past, present, and future all video games news, previews, and discussions. This is the time where you usually turn off, according to our statistics, but that's okay. Because this is where the most fun happens, and you're just missing out, you sour sob blanket man person.
Wow.
But this isn't all we do. Floppy,
Yes.
what do you do?
Oh, that's private.
Oh, it's not.
no,
I've seen the videos.
It's true. I don't care about privacy.
Goatsy.
I take photos of things that I purchase.
That's the other website.
I also take photos of things that I like or that I'm playing with and put them on Instagram at Floppy Plays Games. I don't remember if I've updated it lately.
No, you haven't. I checked earlier.
Okay.
Anto, what do you do?
Well, in a shocking turn of events, Floppy hasn't posted anything, but I have.
What? Oh, I checked it earlier. When did you post something?
Literally, like before
During
I
the
sat down
show?
at the desk here for the first time.
Yep, good.
About 3 minutes ago when he went,
Yeah.
oh, shit, I haven't posted anything.
No, so I figured if I was taking photos to share, like, what my toy shelves look like, I might as well just upload them to Instagram. Because,
Yeah.
like, you know, one of them is related at least. So I finally updated Final Fantasy.
Hey!
Fantasy. Because it's like Anto, but Fanto.
Yeah,
See?
Fantasy, yeah, either way.
It's
Not
cooler
stealing
when you
Ben's joke
explain
anymore. So yeah, I've uploaded these for the first time and figured, screw it, I'll chuck Sonic up here as well. It doesn't have to be a dedicated Final Fantasy page.
No.
Not anymore, it doesn't.
I haven't got them here. They're on my home computer for some reason. I've also got some proper unboxed photos of the Final Fantasy 15 Collector's Edition that Floppy helped me organise.
You're welcome.
And they'll be going up at some point over the next few days when I'm not exhausted from a toy fair.
Yay! So Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Check that out. It's a good time for everyone who loves fantasies.
Nerdy shit.
Fantasies. If you fantasize about Anto, hit him up. Let him know. All the hugs and kisses.
Dine only fans.
Dine only fans.
Brett! Yes, that's you.
That was riveting for the podcast listeners.
Yes. No, they're suddenly driving along and I just went, is someone calling me? Has
Yeah.
it dropped out?
Now they're dead because they had an accident.
That's right. You killed them, Brett.
Sorry, guys.
They can't hear you.
That police officer was 1 day away from retirement.
Well,
Spend
Was he
time with
there?
his sick family.
You got something to plug? Something maybe?
I run this toy fair. I don't know
Oh,
if we
really?
spoke about it yet.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Adelaide Comic and Toy Fair.
Oh, it's the biggest. It is the largest comic and toy fair
In the
largest
universe.
Adelaide and comic and toy fair in the whole existence of everything.
All of
Yeah.
mankind.
So I hear. No, you can check us out over the socials. Adelaide Comic and Toy Fair everywhere. Not everywhere, but like
Not everywhere.
on all this. Yeah.
Facebooks.
Or AdelaideComicandToyFair.com. Yeah, we've got the fair coming up, so it's got all the people that are going to be coming along. The artists, the people like Benjamin over here, Osty from
Benjamin.
Kaiju Collectibles
I'm
will
in
be
trouble.
there. Yeah, plenty of stuff. And yeah, that's, if you can see this, the website that's up that I haven't updated because I'm incredibly lazy. But if you want to see what April 2002 looked like,
Not October, though.
yeah. That's up there. But yeah, check us out. Yeah, AdelaideComicToyFair.com. Yeah, all the socials, Adelaide Comic and Toy Fair. And if you want to stalk me, just look up My Name is Brett and you can see all the weird pictures of crap that I post.
I'm going to do that right now.
They are weird. Very
Which
weird.
I haven't updated for about 4 years. So all it
Scary.
is just pictures of Lego Stormtroopers. So, and my cat. My cat's in there a lot.
Nice.
And I do stuff that's legal over on Mr. Benjamin on Instagram, where I put up stuff that I purchased. You know what I got during the week?
What did you get during the
freaking
week?
amazing. It's an old Nintendo 1990 catalog of Nintendo merchandise.
Yeah, I think I had one of the watches that was in here.
I've got one of the watches right in that next room.
I'm not surprised.
But yeah, some of this stuff is amazing, Anto. If we can just flick through some of this stuff. First of all, the fashion sense. Is
Or lack thereof.
simply look at that cool kid with his backwards hat and his little tuft of hair poking out the top and his cool Nintendo jumper. I want that Nintendo. I want both those jumpers.
I don't know about you guys, but I honestly would wear a full tracksuit of Nintendo stuff.
100% I would. Look at you
You
talking.
know what?
What am I wearing right now?
You're not wearing a tracksuit. That's just
It's a hoodie with Nintendo written on it.
Lucky we're not in 1987 because, unfortunately, I was a different person and probably would have beaten the shit out of you.
If I was born in 1987... Wait, no. If we were in 1987, I'd be minus 3 years old.
Okay,
Shut up.
Sorry about that.
4? Yeah.
Just punching his mum in the ovaries.
And like you got towels as well. You keep
Got weird, sorry.
that wasn't him
I remember
punching
those
the ovaries.
watches, the 4-foot long watches.
The 4-foot long watches.
Yeah.
The big wall ones.
You put on the wall? That
Yeah,
was
my
the
kid's got one in
best.
their room now.
Party invitations as well. Big
to the
old
fans.
Mario cake.
Put it on your table.
And I think right at the very end, the back cover had the coolest stuff. I'm yawning.
You right there,
The
mate?
baby clothes.
Oh man, so
The
there's
deck
like a
chair.
bread box for your Nintendo stuff. There's Nintendo deck chairs.
It's a bread bin!
Yeah, I know. I want all the stuff
For
that's
all
in
of your Nintendo bread.
there.
This
Nintendo.
thing
Yep. It's not
Is
Michael
why I
Towns.
knew the speak and spell wasn't a thing.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. What else have I got up there, Anto? Besides that really cool catalog, I really enjoyed
I
that.
don't know, it's your page.
I can't remember. Oh yeah, I sorted out all my monsters in my
Wow.
pocket. I thought that looked pretty.
Man, I had a monster in
Something
my pocket
might
too.
actually buy from Ben.
What's that? My mimps.
Two of your monsters.
My mimps.
I got a
My
monster
mimps.
in my pocket. It cost you a lot more though.
I gotta say, some of Townsy's comments on like all of your stuff are just
1400.
gold every time. Like this one here. If you put all of these in the microwave, they change colours. You should give it a shot with all of them at once.
I like his everything is at my stall is edible if you try hard enough.
And yeah, finally, I managed to get a copy of Kid Icarus
Nice.
as well. I did pay a little bit more than I should have, but as I mentioned in our Discord, that it's going to be one of the harder games to find, and if I didn't get it now, it was going to cost me a lot more.
Do you have to stand?
No, I do not have the stand.
I know someone that does.
Yes, we know, Floppy. But I also do a little side project called Bad Game Art, where we look
$1,400.
at the worst video game art from the 90s and 2000s.
Bonk's Revenge.
This one was sent to me by Michael Towns.
What is up with that?
This was
Why do
just
they
a-
look like completely different pictures?
Why is Charlie Brown so angry?
I was going to say this is just a rare photo of Ben when he was young.
Someone said that in the chat, in the comments. Someone said, isn't Ben more angry that someone stole his likeness? And I replied, no, their horns are too long anyway.
Why is the Triceratops trying to lick his face?
Well, because he's giving him head.
Oh my god, it's from the
Why
turbo
would you
graphics.
headbutt Spikes? That just doesn't seem like you'd come off on the right end of that.
I feel like at this point in time, he's not thinking rationally.
Next we have... what do we have next? Oh, yeah, that's a penis.
It's a one-eyed monster, if that's what you're getting at.
One-eyed, veiny
I was going to say,
monster.
it's quite veiny there.
It's very vascular.
Very...
If yours is green and glows like that, mate, there is a big problem.
No, that just means you're charged up and ready to go.
That's right. Charging my laser beam.
Apple
Sorry.
flavored.
I'm out of focus. Oh,
And yeah, this is the most 90s magazine cover I've ever seen.
What is that he's holding?
It's a giant rod that shoots flames.
Why is it as big as his chest?
I don't know. But I thought you'd be more drawn to the Lara Croft
Oh my
pin-up.
god, I remember that. I remember that. I'm pretty sure I had that poster.
I bet you did.
I was
You
filthy.
naughty sausage.
No, what are you, like, fucking Mrs. Brown?
I don't know. I just thought you looked like
You
a bit of a
naughty
sau-
little sausage.
You're full of meat.
I seem to recall, I think it was in the Discord a few days ago, Afronix in the chat said that they found some really bad art they were going to share with us.
Yes, they were going to put it in there, but that's all right. We'll add that for the next time.
fix
But
it later.
until next time, thank you, Brett, for joining us.
Thank you, Brett.
Thanks for having me.
We look
Again,
forward.
congratulations on your marriage.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Congratulations, and we look forward to
Sorry, sir.
talking about all of our pickups that we are going to have from the largest Adelaide comic and toy fair in the entire universe.
In existence ever.
Well, there is one in Canada. Adelaide, Canada.
Really?
No.
Shit.
Well, there is.
That's
a
the
small
shit
one.
Adelaide, like the Queen.
The Shitterlade.
Fuck them all. Goddamn Queens.
Oh, I've just found the art that Afronix wanted you to see. Hang on.
All right.
It's like an Apple ad.
Is that like Esche Mario?
Eshe Mario.
Esche Mario.
I'd do him.
I'd watch.
I am him.